What's going on, you guys? This is Aaron from Departures Capital, and welcome to the video. In this video, we had the pleasure of interviewing the CEO of Graycliff Exploration, James McIntosh. Now, Graycliff Exploration is a Canada-based gold exploration stage company focused on a really awesome project in Ontario. So we're going to let James talk all about that for you guys. Hope you enjoy this interview, and don't hesitate to drop us some comments down below, along with if you do support the channel. There's two things I quickly ask. The first thing, of course, is to explode that like button. Just takes 1 second of your time and it helps my videos so very much, along with if you are a new viewer to the channel, haven't had a chance to subscribe yet, but you appreciate constant steady updates in the markets, a nice flow of new and exciting companies, and you want to learn a little bit more about investing, of course, then don't forget to cash that subscribe button and ring the market bell for notifications. And let's get straight into this awesome interview. What's going on, guys? This is Aaron from Departures Capital. We're here with Jamie McIntosh, CEO of Graycliff Exploration. How are you doing today, Jamie?
Great. Nice. Thank you for having me on your show.
Yeah, I'm excited to talk about the company. So Graycliff Exploration is a junior mineral exploration company focused on its Shakespeare gold project outside of Sudbury, Ontario, my home province. So can you tell us a little bit more about the company and the project?
So Graycliff has an option to buy 100% of the 517 hectare Shakespeare project by spending $100,000 in the first 12 months and an additional $200,000 in the following 12 months. But what's really interesting and what I'm excited about, we just recently purchased an additional 330 hectares. And this fills in the gap, bringing us to over 6 kilometers of strike on this prospective gold horizon that sort of runs northeast, southwest through the project. The original claims host the former Shakespeare mine that produced close to 3,000 ounces of gold between 1903 and 1907. Now you might say 3,000 is not that much, but it generated $56,000 in revenues. Gold was at $19 an ounce. At today's prices, that's close to $5 million US in revenues. And they never drilled. They did exploration at it. They basically, dug the gold out and refined it. In 2014, historic drilling returned 15 grams of gold over 4 meters, including a section that was 48 grams of gold per ton over 1 meter. So it's a good project and we're really excited to get going on it.
Yeah, that's very high grade. So what differentiates Graycliff Exploration from other junior gold companies in Ontario?
I think what differentiates Graycliff, there's just a couple of things, but we have a very tightly held capital structure. We have 15.4 million shares issued and outstanding. We recently closed a $530,000 convertible debenture, which is convertible at 60 cents. So that only adds another 0.9, close to 1 million shares. Management, directors, and our advisors collectively own about 8 million shares, or 8.5 almost. We have strategic advisors in Germany, Australia, and they own another 3 million. So our current float is really only about 4 million shares. I think the other things that set us apart is we know there's gold on this property. It's just figuring out how much is there. Mm-hmm. It's a brownfield site. We have excellent infrastructure in an area with a very strong mining culture, as you know, being from Sudbury. Mm-hmm. Being located 80 kilometers along the Trans-Canada Highway from Sudbury means when we were at the project recently, we drove directly to the property and to the old number 3 adit. So it does really set us apart. I think the other thing is our burn rate is extremely low. We're less than $25,000 a month. Wow. No big salaries. We're all shareholders. We're a very lean operation. And where we can, we try to reduce costs by just being sensible.
Very exciting time to be exploring that part of Ontario. So Graycliff just commenced an exploration program with the Shakespeare project. Can you tell us about what the program entails?
Yeah, so we started off prior to the initiation of exploration by doing historical data compilation to find out there's a lot of reports on this property, but no one's really put them all together and taken a look at the whole strike length. And so we're going to start off obviously with some line cutting and prospect mapping of historical trenches. We'll do some geophysical surveying to assist in highlighting new drill targets. And we're planning an initial program of 2,000 meters of drilling. So it all wraps really around our thesis that there's a much larger gold system at depth below the previously mined areas, and that trend across the property following the prospective Shakespeare gold horizon.
Very exciting. So you have quite an impressive roster also, your team. Can you give us a rundown of your key members and what they bring to the table?
So I hate starting with myself, but I'm a geologist. I moved to Bay Street in the 80s to become a mining analyst. Then I moved back to a Latin American gold company in the 90s to do corporate development. We brought 3 or 4 mines into production in Latin America. And I've been running public and private companies for over 30 years now. So I have a fair amount of experience at what to do, but also more importantly, what not to do. And that can sometimes be even more important in our business. So our QP is Bruce Durham. He's a professional geologist with over 40 years of experience in junior and senior mining. He was an integral member of the several economic deposits, including the David Bell mine and the Golden Giant mine in the Hemlo area. An extremely accomplished geologist. Don McKinnon Jr. is a seasoned prospector who followed in his father's footsteps and has been involved in every aspect of mining, from staking ground right through to development. Some of your followers may not know, Don Sr. was one of the founders of the Hemlo Gold Camp, so a very crucial member of Canadian mining. We also have, as I mentioned earlier, a strong group of strategic investors in Canada, Europe, and Australia, who are large shareholders as well as strategic investors. And we have a great team working in the field. So it's a good setup.
That's great. Sounds like we got a really awesome team there. So what milestones should investors watch out for in the coming months?
So over the next coming months, we'll be providing investors with ongoing updates of our exploration program as the program proceeds. As I said earlier, I've been doing this for 30 years. I know that shareholders want to be, they're always asking for more information. So we'll try to provide all the shareholders with a good constant stream of information over the next couple of months.
Wonderful. So what's the best way for investors to get in touch with you?
So the easiest way is for them just to send me an email. It's jm@graycliffexploration.com. And or they can give me a call at 416-862-7003, and I'll be happy to answer their questions.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Jamie, and we look forward to that drill program unfolding and some results.
Yeah, I think it's worth mentioning as well, having been in this business for 35 years, I think this is one of the most spectacular gold markets we've seen. And the real reason, if you look at the amount of money that central banks are printing, you really want to own one of 2 things, gold or land. So I think it's an excellent time to buy Graycliff.
Yes, well, all right. So thank you so much, and hope you have a great day.
Thanks.
All right, guys, that wraps up the interview. Once again, drop us some comments down below. Let us know what you think. And always remember, Departures Capital is for information, education, and entertainment purposes only. Don't buy or sell a stock because you heard it on here. Buy or sell a stock because you've done your research, you've done your thorough due diligence, and you're making your own personal investment decisions for yourself. This video is not financial advice. We'll see you guys in our next video.